Hey, Mama. Hey, Eric. Erica. You know what? Give me a minute to catch up here. Long time. I know. No shit. That's what I was just going to say. Today's great. Today, just pretend it's Monday because it got so late yesterday. I mean, I was live till 4:30, almost 5 o'clock, and then I had to cook and clean, and I still got to clean. I got to get to the, the nooks and cranny areas this week. I've been neglecting it. Well, listen, they're going to be up for a while because they were relatively late. I mean, the one that was at noon was at 1 o'clock. So you got some time, honey bunny. And then I'm going to put them on YouTube. They'll be in the link tree for the rest of this week. And then next week's will be there. I'm not going to try to clutter up the link tree with all of them. But if anybody wants one, I have it labeled in my files on YouTube. They're private for all of us. Nobody needs to be seeing all y'all's readings. So there's just a few of you. That's great. Couple of you, rather. 2 of you. And that's just fine because I was going to do this by myself. But then I was like, no, maybe some people will want to ask questions and we can get some question and answers done. So that'll be fun. And then tomorrow we'll do readings again. Hey, Delighted Soul. We'll do readings again on Wisdom Wednesday. I'll have some different decks out. I have a bunch of new motherfucking decks. And I like to go through the book with y'all the first time. And then I don't use a book. I throw the book out. Like once I get it, okay? So we're going to talk about this week, August 13th. And the fun thing is when I get new stuff, y'all get new stuff. I got this daily spell book, which I had talked about on Bim All Naturals 2 weeks ago or so. And it is great for the family because you can do this stuff with your kids down to like 3, 4, 5 years old. I mean, I think it will be amazing. So we're going to talk about the corresponding spells for the days, starting with Monday, because it just got too late for me to record this on my own. And then I decided I would do it this morning because I had some flexibility with a client this morning. Thank you. You know who you are. And they let me pick what day we wanted to go live together. So that's how readings are going to be offered pretty soon. Your option for recorded or live chart readings. I'm going to tell you right now, the best way is to get it recorded, but that's often where you're on a list. If you're pressed for time, the best way to get it is live because then I kind of am at the mercy of your time. You let me know your schedule, but that's a whole other thing. Hey, Alicia. Hey, everybody. We're going to go over the weekly report. Tomorrow's Wisdom Wednesday. So if you don't want to stick around, you don't have to because this is going to be loaded to the live IGTV and YouTube for this week. This is how I'm going to do it now instead of the calendar. The calendar was cute and everything, but I'm not a computer genius. It's hard to keep up with. And once I realized I wasn't good at updating my own website, which I've got to get better at, I can't just throw in the towel now. So we're going to have a calendar back. But all those little things that I already did, it sucks that I lost them. Yes, okay, that's fine. We'll talk more too, yeah. Because I got to get you some pregnancy stuff. I got to get you some all kinds of stuff. Okay, so let's start with the days of the weeks, and then we'll go over the spells after, okay? Hey, Crystal baby. So Monday yesterday was in Virgo. Virgo is fussy. Virgo is about the details. Virgo is stuck and stubborn when it comes to the details. Like, it can't take a step back. So don't get stuck on the details. Take a few step backs. My tongue is dry. I'm drinking something funny. Rosemary, and I'm drinking the PMS tea right now. But I probably made it a little too strong because it kind of made my tongue numb. FYI. Okay? So, take a few steps back to see how far you've come. Really, in order to see the big picture, you have to take those steps backwards. And sometimes it's going to be in the disguise of spiraling backwards, like revisiting people, places, and things that you thought you were beyond. Well, you are. It's just a little bit of a taste of what it was back then, okay? Don't get stuck on it. And there is no perfect time to do this, that, or the other. That's the other thing about Virgo. If you've got some decisions to make, you can clearly see all the details. You can see this, that, good, bad, whatever. You can't fucking make up your mind, though, because you're still picking everything apart. You're not utilizing the gift that there is right there with the detail scene. So that's on you to figure out. So Monday, Virgo, Tuesday, Virgo, but then 12:57 a.m. Pacific Standard, we enter Libra. So you'll wake up in a void, maybe even in a funk about this, that, or the other, these little itty bitty things that are getting you, under your skin, that are bothering you, that are triggering you, whatever. But you know damn well what's got to be done. You got to stop worrying about this, that, or the other. You got to realize that's not in your control, these people, places, and things. That's not your mess to clean up. And just stop worrying about everything and everyone else. That's got to stop. You need to create balance and harmony, heart, mind, body, and soul in your life. You don't have time to be working out the details for everyone else. That you don't, unless you're getting paid for it, unless it's your 9 to 5, back the fuck up from other people, places, and things. So then Wednesday, the more you take care of yourself, the less others have to take care of you. So you need to take care of your personal health, wealth, and abundance, your personal financial needs, emotional freedom. And then this will create liberation for everyone, which is what Libra is all about. Equality, harmony, fairness, justice for all. Okay? So the more you are taking care of yourself, the more free everyone else is to take care of themselves. So it's just nice. We don't have to worry about other people. Don't worry about your neighbor. Sure, worry about your neighbor. Help them out, but be in a position to help them out. Because if we're all worrying about everyone else so much, we're worn out. Okay? That's got to stop. And that's also like a cycle of codependency and a crutch. And, cancers are good at that. Needing to be needed by others. So they let others become childish and overly needy because, then they'll need me. No, that's got to stop. Okay. So then here we go. Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There's going to be, again, this ability to create the balance and harmony during Libra. And with Virgo, ability to see the details. What are you going to do with it? Thursday, this newfound sense of freedom and liberation could be yours or not. You've got to decide, okay? Or it may be met with surfacing cycles of darkness. Here's why. Because we move into Scorpio. So are you doing the cleanse and clearing? Are you doing the introspective work? Are you looking within so that you can conquer your own personal issues? We cannot be worrying about everyone else. We have got our own laundry, chores, and heart maintenance and mental and physical and emotional work to do. It's just, unless they're your child or spouse, and even if they're your spouse, you got to know when enough is enough, and you got to worry about yourself. It's like too much anymore. Really. People are going crazy doing this. Hey, they give me mama. So here we are. Do you feel that sense of liberation and freedom? Are others feeling more free and gay around you? If not, there's a problem and you've got to solve it. Okay. You've got to solve it, not someone else. Okay. So with, the rise in the sun in the moon with, Scorpio, that's going to be surfacing darker and deeper, harder shadow character work. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. That's what it's all about. And you got to cleanse and clear it. Maybe some habits are surfacing. Maybe some things are surfacing in your mind. And it's the worry and the fear and the reservation and hesitation. No, you've come this far. Come on, you guys. These retrogrades aren't here to beat you up. They're here to help boost you up. Okay. So, you've avoided this deeper and darker work for too long if you aren't feeling this liberation and freedom. And that's just it. And you can see it plain as day in some people's lives that you're close to and intimate with. And you've got to figure it out for yourself and let them do the same. I mean, it's one thing if you come together and try to co-create and collaborate or whatever, but if you aren't lifting each other up and making it happen for each other and congratulating each other and you know what I'm talking about, pepping each other up, whatever, hyping each other up, it ain't worth my time. Don't have time for that. So, the other thing, don't go running off if you think, I'm doing the work, everything's good. No, here's the thing. Karma's a bitch. It's going to come in waves. And if you freed up enough space, some new batches are going to come in. So like I've been doing a lot of good work and I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, What else do I got to clean? It's not scotch free. You aren't just taking off running. No, this is a hill we're climbing, one day, one thing at a time. So you might have one area going good and another and another. Oh, but you can't neglect this one over here. So it's continuous. Is that we don't just kick our feet up and enjoy summer like some people do. I mean, some people can, whatever, more power to you. I don't know your life. I don't know what you've been through. That's not my thing. I'm not hearing you. I hope everyone else is, Josh. What the hell's going on? Can everybody else hear me? Okay, I'm just gonna keep going on and on. Okay, Josh, you just fucking trip me up. I love you. So anyways, once this space has been cleansed and cleared, what comes in has got to have already been pre-designed by you. And let me tell you, the old you, maybe 5 years ago, wasn't that good of a planner. That's why I tell you 369 days, weeks, months, years. We need to start planning and designing our lives so that what fills that pocket is something that we anticipated, something that we expected, something that we already cleansed and cleared, so that these cycles don't pummel us. You don't just go off running into the distance like with no cares. I mean, I don't care how ascended you are. We got bills to pay, people to love, people to learn from, people to deal with, our own shit and baggage. No, it's not just anybody's life is perfect. And I would like to know, whose is, if it is. Okay, thank you. So anyhow, here we go. So you either did the work or you didn't do the work. But either way, there's more work to be done. So we're all in this together. How does that even sound? And here's the thing. Throwing more laundry on your laundry pile doesn't hide what's underneath it. It's a pile that's just growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're going to have to tackle it one of these days. So that's the thing. If you get one area done and another area done, that doesn't mean you're done. No, something else is coming on through energetically, good, bad, or ugly, but that's up to you. Right now, we need to start planning 369 ahead so we can avoid these cycles that are continuously happening in our lives. That's why I got to get that fucking chakra work finished, because those journal questions are like, you could pay a shrink to ask you that stuff. You need to just go do that, okay? And the first half of it is already up there, okay? So go on to the website. And you know what? I have a tracker. I'll be able to see how many of you are going on to the website. So anyhow, I'm just, it's all there. Do it. Here we go. That took us through Friday in Scorpio. So Thursday night, 4:54 a.m. in Scorpio. Friday, Saturday, we move out at 3:49 into Sagittarius. Saturday, you're going to be dream chasing or codependently needing other people to help you chase your dreams. This is that liberation and freedom we talked about in Libra. This is going in a cycle for a reason. Whoever designed this goddamn place was a genius, okay? With the sun and moon and the stars in the sky. My goodness me. So here we go. Later Saturday or early Saturday, you're going to enter dreamy Sagittarius, but these dreams are just an illusion, keeping you from your reality if you're codependently needing others to do it with you. Not like I'm saying teamwork and whatever, investors even is a good idea too. But if your dreams are reliant on others, are they really your dreams? I don't know. So you got to look into that more. Mercury goes direct on Sunday. Things ease up, but that doesn't mean, you give up. Here's what I'm saying again. The work is never done. So Mercury went retrograde. We found new ways to redo, reuse, revisit areas of conversation, commerce, banking, business, community, whatever, communication within our relationships. You don't it's got to be applied now. We learn and then we put it into action. It's not enough. You've been tested in various ways. Now you got to keep the ball rolling. You got to keep that shit up. Okay. And that's why the work really never ends, you guys. It will never, ever, ever end. I'm excited. I'm going to look at these spells. I think that's what I'm so fucking excited about, okay? And I'm just so hyped up on life because I don't have anything dictating how hyper I am anymore. It's so nice. I'm just me, like crazy hyper. But let's be honest, that's a little crazy sometimes. Hi, everyone. We're doing the weekly update, so you'll be able to catch the replay Monday through Sunday I have just talked about. Now we're going to talk about the spells. whoops, yesterday, the 13th. Oh, okay. Well, we'll start from Sunday. More spells. And then here we go. Oh, boom. I love it. No more. So here's a spell that was recommended on Sunday. Not necessarily that you had to do it on Sunday. It was just suggested. But you might want to take note and start a little notebook of spells yourself. I'm just going to go glossy through this and maybe even modify some things because we don't always have everything on hand that they suggest. And that's the thing about magic. It's unique to regions, to cultures, to communities, to people, to lineage. It's different for everyone, and it's not cut and dry. And I don't know why people get all like, well, how do you do this, that, or the other? How do you feel called to do it? Okay. With respect and reverence, though. I mean, let's be honest, and caution too. I mean, some things aren't necessarily safe. Some herbs, some things. I mean, there are whole gardens devoted to poison. I mean, there's a neat YouTube video on one. It's literally like the most poisonous garden in the world. I don't know where it's grown, but every plant in it could kill you. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Okay, so myrrh spell to boost the spirit. So if you're having some issues with spiritual connection or just feel down, whatever, okay? So here's some of the suggestions, what you'll need. It says a small piece of white cotton, cloth, or muslin. So nothing synthetic. Let's have some reverence and respect for the materials we're using, okay? So a small piece of cloth or cotton. A blue candle, well, here's the thing. You can always use white or black in place of any of the colors, okay? So a blue candle and myrrh oil. I would even say any resinous oil. Resin from something in your neighborhood would be brilliant. Tree sap, those sort of things. And you would just gently coat the outside of the candle to go ahead and get it blessed, or not blessed, what's the word? Anointed, excuse me. Thank you. I have a vocabulary, I just need to learn to use it. So this candle is going to be blessed with myrrh oil. So the first few weeks of August are associated with the goddess Isis. It says here in this book, Daily Spellbook for the Good Witch, Patty Wingington. Okay? So the beginning of August is associated with the goddess Isis, who is the deity of mystery and magic. In ancient Egypt, scented oils were used in rituals for many magical purposes. Yes, resins like frankincense and myrrh. Baby Jesus, hello, don't you know? You can use myrrh oil to give your spirits a lift. So this is like basically an offering for your ancestors, angels, and guides, your spiritual guides here. Especially if you've been feeling down lately, because they're tuckered out too if they've been having to try every which way to uplift you, you guys, okay? Do this spell outdoors at sunrise. That's what it's suggesting. So you want to be facing the east. And it's easy for most people to figure out sunrise. I mean, which way is the beach for you? Is it, on the west coast that you're closest to, or the east coast? And the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, okay? Josh, I love it. Good. Light the candle and close your eyes. Take a moment to think about what has been weighing or dragging you down, especially spiritually. People, places, things, thoughts, beliefs, and ideas, whatever's clipped your wings, so to speak, okay? And realize that it's time for you to heal and move on. That's the control I've been talking about a lot lately, you guys. You can only control yourself. Now, other people, places, and things, don't let them keep you from rising and shining, okay? So put a small amount of oil on the cloth, or whatever oil or resin you're able to get your hands on. Anything will work. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to be like a pyrotechnic maniac, okay? And say, here we go. Say, like the sun above me, my spirit rises. My spirit lifts. My spirit soars. May the light of the sun bring me joy today. This would be great for any day. Oh my goodness. Imagine if you did that every day for 30 days. Imagine if you did that every day for 30 days. That's a challenge I wanted to start in September, but I don't even know if September has 30 days. Whatever the case may be, I think a 30-day challenge would be cute. I had posted it on Benford's All Naturals. If you check the live out, I'm basically just cleaning in my kitchen. So anyhow, that is the spell. Let the candle, burn out, whatever, and tuck the cloth in your pocket so you can smell the aroma of the myrrh as you go about your day. So what I would do is carry that same piece of resinous cloth for 30 days and then burn it or bury it on the last day. That would be one of the things that we could do in part of the 30-day challenge. Can someone take notes? Like, I need a secretary for minutes, okay? I don't know how I'm going to do this. So that's a great one. I'm going to do that tomorrow morning because Wednesday is my day. If you get some charts done online, they're fun. Like those little silly ones you can pay for from like India and Asia and everything. So I got one done and it's so true. I was kind of like, well, no shit, I read charts too. But I update, I make them modern, modern day. I love it. You guys are so cute. So, Wednesday is my day, and it really is my day. I love my Wednesday. Okay, enough about Wednesday. So that's the spell for any old day. That's just a bonus spell. So here's the spell for Monday that it said. And another great one, simple ingredients. Home stability spell. Let me tell you, I think we all need to be doing this because rocky boats, rocky waters for all of us. I don't care if you're living with your partner, living with your family, living in a fucking hotel. We need to be cleaning our space up. This simple too, real simple. You'll need sea salt. Okay, I don't care if you have to steal the salt from the local diner. Get a little bit of salt, okay? Like, I could have this ghetto fabulous spell book. Like, forget all these witchy woo. Oh, it just paused me. Not today. Maybe Satan is like, you can't be telling all these people this amazing awesomeness. So, well, you'll be able to catch the replay. It's even easier to kind of watch it that way because then you can take notes, do whatever you want. You're not going to be like, blah, blah, blah. So you'll need some salt. I don't care if you have to like cry out some salty tears. You just need some salt. Dried lavender, basil, and sage. Okay, well, those are good. And most people have those on hand. And if you don't, I'll mail you some, okay? A broom, a bucket of water, and a mop. A rag, whatever you got, okay? I don't care. So, as summer begins to wind down, so before we get into fall, we should do this at any time, Monday's a good day because it's a moon day. It's a magic day. It's a really good day. As summer begins to wind down, it's a good time to start thinking about matters of protection, magic, and of the stability of the home. Do this. And that's a lot to do with the cleansing and clearing that starts to happen in the fall. You want to get your protection game on, like having sex. You're not going to put the condom on halfway through. I'm sorry. That's just not how you do it. You need to protect yourself prior, okay? Like, no brainer. Do this work as part of your routine cleaning, okay? If there's been disharmony lately, or if you feel like your house needs an added layer of metaphysical security and protection, you can do this ritual. So here we go. Sprinkle the salt on the floor where you're about to clean, then sweep it out the door. This vacuum, if you're using your carpets, and if it's tile, linoleum, whatever, hardwood floor. I mean, be careful with your hardwood floors. Disclaimer here, I'm not responsible for any fucking houses burning down and shit happening. That is not my fault if you are not thinking clearly, okay? And for any of these, I would suggest essential oils as well if you don't have the dried herbs. But the water is always going to be best. Tea first, essential oil next, then infused oil, mist, whatever, so on and so forth. I mean, let's just be honest. That's the chain of command. Okay, so here we go. Sprinkle the salt on the floor where you're about to clean, then sweep it out the door. And as you do, say, sweep away unhappiness, purify this home, sweep away the negative, protect this happy home. I'll say that one more time. Sweep away unhappiness, purify this home, sweep away the negative, protect this happy home. Add the herbs to listen to me getting my little voice on it, the herbs. No, add the herbs to the bucket of water and use it to mop the floors, saying, wash away unhappiness, purify this home, wash away the negative, protect this happy home. Basically, wash instead of sweep there, okay? Hey, Jolos. Once you're done, take the dirty mop water outside to the edge of your property and pour it into a ditch or a storm drain so it can be carried away properly. And that's another thing, responsible cleansing and clearing when you're doing this sort of spell casting and work. I mean, you always want to be considerate and thoughtful. Hola. So that was for Monday. That's a great spell. So we already talked about boosting the spirit, stabilizing the home. Oh, we sending you all the love. He'll be fine. It was scheduled, right? Was it scheduled surgery? Nothing to worry about. Doctors are smart. Most of them are. I mean, some of them only got C's in school. You gotta be careful. No, I'm just kidding. He's fine. Oh. See, I didn't take my third eye in focus, and I can tell I kind of need it. Okay, here we go. Let's get back to it. August 14th, that is today. It's the spell for today. Let's see here. Corn moon spell for spiritual storage. Corn moon spell for spiritual storage. What the hell is that all about? I don't know. Here we go. You'll need a white candle. Get whatever fucking candle you got. Color matters, but intention more. So white candle, some dried corn. I don't know how well I'm liking this, but popcorn. You have corn. I mean, don't be using bread and Bredenbachers because that's probably going to be a little greasy and gross. But some just dried corn kernels in an empty jar with a lid. Okay, any mason jar, any jar from your fucking jelly jar, whatever. Empty some old shit out of your fridge and get cleaning. Cleaning before and after new moons. Boom, get it done. Anyhow, August full moon, known as the corn moon. Well, that's coming up whenever, pretty soon, in like a week and a half, right? Because we just experienced the new moon. Here I am supposed to be telling y'all and y'all, whatever, you know, we're here together. August full moon is known as the corn moon, and it's a time of the year associated, obviously, with the harvest. Duh. And in particular, this season often focuses on storing things away. For sure, we have to prepare for the darker season of fall and winter. You know, this is the time to see all the plenty that we have, preserve it correctly, bottle, can, whatever. I mean, my family and I do it all back east because we have a garden. So this is the perfect time to focus on spiritual and physical health as well, and to harvest what you can and put aside for when you truly need it. I don't have them anymore. But when like we have eclipses and different weird things go on outside, I put crystals in jars, close it up after the, eclipse or moon has happened. And then I have different jars of herbs and glycerin and honey and stuff that I use in my ingredients. And so many of you are like, this feels different than other natural remedies I've taken. Well, because I've infused them with so many different things, you guys, and I infuse my own crystals and herbs that way too. You can infuse anything. You can infuse your jewelry. You can infuse a piece of clothing. Anything, you guys, you can put energy into. Everything is vibrational. And the more natural it is, like if it's not synthetic, the better off you are. So back to it, the corn moon spell. So you can do this to store anything, mental, physical, and emotional thoughts, spiritual, whatever. Light the candle and think about all the blessings and abundance you have in your life or that area, okay? Hold the corn in your hands, the seeds, or go to those craft stores and get some of that neat dried corn, or go to a corn maze. Like in Pennsylvania, they're fucking everywhere, the corn everywhere. But anyhow, and non-GMO, please. Well, it's probably all GMO. Fucking A. Hold the corn in your hands and add the kernels to the jar a few at a time. As you do, count off the good things they represent to you. Joy, good health, spiritual well-being, success, happiness, peace, clarity, financial freedom, whatever, and the like, Once you've added all the corn, I mean, some of you can go crazy. Put all the corn up in there. Put the lid on the jar and say, I store these blessings for later. I save this fortune for later. I will embrace this harvest later. You're reaping things now, putting them in the jar to have for later. It's like drying figs, drying dates, whatever the hell, olives. So here we go. Then you extinguish the candle and put the jar someplace safe. If you're feeling down or disappointed later in the season, especially during fall and winter, pull it out and count your blessings. Again, count how many blessings you put in the jar. That's cute. I like that. Okay. So that was one of the others. That was for today in particular. Here we go for August 15th, tomorrow. Hey, Denise. This is going to be a great replay to catch. It's the weekly report and spells. Just cute little family spells. You can do this with kids as young as like 3 to 5. I would love it. So here's an apple love divination spell. All you'll need is an apple and a vegetable peeler or a paring knife. I mean, you guys, like I said, we'll adapt these whatever way we have to. Pomona, Pomona, was an ancient goddess associated with the abundance of the fruit of orchards. So I guess any peeling fruit would work. An apple is suggested here. In particular, she watched over the apple harvest, okay? And her festival fell annually in the middle of August. Next time you buy apples, or if you're able to pick your own, set one aside for some divination to see who your future lover may be. Begin at the stem and start peeling the apple in one long, continuous piece, saying, name the lover who's coming to me. Show me a letter that I may see. Once the piece breaks off the apple, allow it to fall on the floor. What letter does it form? This should give you a hint as to the identity of your future romantic partner. I love you, Denise. That is super cute. That's a cute one. Or maybe with this day and age in telepathy, you'll start getting that download of the actual name. I mean, you might see the piece of peel that it makes, but you'll have more that comes to you. That's cute. Okay. So then August 16th, or no, 15th. Yeah. Now 16th is Thursday. Grief healing spell. Well, hello, all of you in the live yesterday were dealing with some grief issues. You'll need here three blue balloons filled with helium. You can get those at the dollar store. White paint and a paintbrush. If this is letting balloons off in the air, I'm going to say no, and this isn't a good one because I don't believe in that. Birds eat that shit, and I'm not into all that. Grief is strange. Grief is a strange thing, and people express it in different ways. Some may demonstrate their sorrow outwardly, while others tend to internalize it. Regardless of how you react to feelings of grief, part of the process is accepting the need to heal and move forward. When you do this, it is up to you, but many of us can't function properly until we do. So we've got to give ourselves permission to let go. Take your balloons someplace outdoors where you can without disruption. Paint the balloons with symbols of the person or thing, whatever you're trying to get, like, stop grieving over, okay? For example, if it's a person, paint his or her name. If it's a lost love, paint a heart. Once you've decorated all 3 balloons, hold the strings in your hand, close your eyes, say this. Grief and sadness, I have felt you. Grief and sadness, I have embraced you. Grief and sadness, I release you. I would do it with candles. I'm not going to do this with balloons and let them go off. I think that's stupid, in my opinion, this day and age. I don't know when this was published, but I think we should have a bigger awareness now of the environment, okay? So let go of the balloons and watch them rise into the sky, carrying your grief away with them. While you may never forget the way you felt, you can now move forward ahead with the rest of your life. Or hell, get in a hot air balloon and really do it. No, but I mean, no, don't be letting off balloons. That's stupid. Now, the 17th, yeah, that was good. 3 sentences. So you'll be able to catch the replay and write these down. This is a great book. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for this, so I keep saying the name and the author and everything and just promoting it. I mean, hopefully they get more sales because it's a good book, but it's something I'm going to try to use for us weekly so we can get some spells up in here, okay? So grief healing. Now we're on to the 17th, Friday, and then I'll do Saturday and Sunday and we'll be all done. And I got to get to some readings and stuff. Yeah, that's why they said get 3 balloons filled with helium. And I was like, yeah, you can get them at the dollar store. Unless you're just going to let them go in your house, you know, into an atrium or whatever you got. Don't be letting them outside. That's stupid. A spell to pass a test. Well, hello. Okay. You'll need a cup of hot Earl Grey tea. Okay, whatever tea you like, let's be honest. Your textbooks or notes for the subject, whatever you're studying, and a grapefruit. Okay, let's look into this. In Norse mythology, Odin spent 9 days hanging from Grabsil, whatever, I can't say that, the great tree. There we go. Why didn't they just say this great tree and get all fucking particular? When he came back down, he had been granted the gift of vast knowledge. August 17th is the day in which this ordeal is celebrated, or his ordeal is celebrated. So if you have a test coming up, this is a good time to give yourself a magical advantage. In addition to studying and getting a decent amount of sleep the night before, do this spell the morning of a test. Or something you got to focus and be on your game about, I imagine. Sip the tea slowly, and as you do, think about all the things you've learned in the subject in which you're about to be tested. Leaf through the textbook or your notes as a refresher, paying extra attention to concepts or ideas that are still unclear. When you've consumed half the tea, peel the grapefruit and separate it, eating one wedge at a time. Continue pursuing your study materials, and when you've eaten all the grapefruit, rub the peels on the front and back covers of your textbook or notes, saying, knowledge, stay with me. Learning, stay with me. Wisdom, stay with me. Finish drinking your tea, gather up your materials, and go pass your test. Well, here's the thing. If you're on blood pressure medication, you can't use grapefruit for some instances. So be mindful of that. Don't be doing a spell just because you're like, oh, there's a spell, and be unmindful of precautions with other things you're doing. That's always a no-brainer. Please use common sense. And I'm wondering how good that grapefruit tea is going to taste. But I don't know. What is Earl Grey tea? But grapefruit is a great memory conductor too, because it's cleansing, clearing, refreshing. So anyhow, that's a good one. That's a cute little one. So August 18th is Saturday. Offering spell to the spirits of the home. That's a good weekend one. Simple thing you'll need: a green candle. Hello, my candle, prosper. It's a good one. I call it money magic, but it's good for any kind of abundance. I just kind of had to get cheeky with the words. Duh. A piece of freshly baked bread. Well, not all of us are bakers, but make something maybe from the freezer, bake it, or get something baked down the street. The Consuelia was an ancient festival held annually on August 18th to honor Consus, a god not only of the harvest, but also of stored grain. Hey, Earth Angel, we're talking about spells. In addition to honoring this agricultural deity, often, my tongue is still so numb, I cannot pronounce a lot of long words. Oh my God, my tongue. This is cracking me up. Rosemary, made it completely numb. Okay, so offerings were made to the lairs or household gods. This helped ensure that the home would be blessed throughout the coming year. While you may not have a formal altar to the gods or spirits of your home, you can still do this spell anywhere. Consider your house the sacred space, the altar, this place of divinity. So, and treat it accordingly. Do this work in the kitchen, perhaps at the spot where you typically prepare food. I have a little galley. I could just do it right there in the middle on the floor. Light the candle and say, spirits of my household, I ask you to watch over us. Keep all who live here prosperous and well. I'll do this one for all of us this week because I have a green candle. Take a moment to think about the blessings your home has received in the past and the ones you'd like to see in the coming year, and extinguish the candle. I just got this candle from the Wild Green Witch, and it's anointed already beautifully. It's been dressed. I'm super excited. And it's a prosper candle. And I'm going to do that little Jericho. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so that one was a great one. Simple and easy. Take a moment to think about the blessings your home has received in the past and the ones you'd like to see in the coming year and the ones you have right now. Past, present, future. That's how we have an act of, abundance and gratitude and reverence and respect, okay? So get to it. One more. Spell to make your dreams take flight. Simple things you'll need: a purple marker, a kite with plenty of string. Okay, well, be careful. Another way to work with air elements, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, this is asking you to hoist some little letter into the air with a little kite. That's cute. But you can also burn a letter on some nice organic paper, whatever you've got, or a little tissue paper. I have some that I do wishes on. And that's also a really great way for your wishes to take flight. But we'll go ahead and see what they say here. But I do that all the time for new and full moons. August 19th is National Aviation Day. So here's why they suggest doing it on Sunday in particular. In the United States, which celebrates not only aviation accomplishments, but also the birthday of Orville Wright. He and his brother achieved something amazing which no one believed possible when they got their plane off the ground. This is the perfect day to do a spell to help your dreams take flight, no matter how far off they may seem. That's why I always say 369, days, weeks, months, years. You guys, these things might materialize right before your eyes much sooner than you ever imagined. But if you don't put it out there, it's never going to happen. Ask and ye shall receive. Find a large field or open area that gives you plenty of room in which to work. Cover the kite in words that represent your dreams. You could probably even find a kite making kit online if you actually want to do it. That's probably cute with you and your kids. That's why I'm saying this is such a cute book for families, anybody. I'm just loving it. Maybe it's the Gemini child in me, but I just think it's so cute. So dress up your kite, in threads and symbols and things. I mean, get whatever. You can use, here we are, what they suggest. Start my own business, go back to school, buy my hobby, buy a farm, do more, be more, experience more, whatever. Repeat the words until you've written all over your kite. Launch the kite. And that's what I do when I do the little pieces of paper. I cover that entire piece of paper. When I do a bay leaf, I cover that entire piece of paper. So you could do this with a bay leaf, burn that. That's the most ethical way, I would say, because it's natural. Organic paper, and then you get to be so good at manifesting. Your thoughts just take flight instantaneously. You guys, I can manifest like nobody's business, but I'm not greedy. I don't need anything and everything under the sun. I'm finding a way to give more away. My God. So anyways, repeat until everything's covered on your thing. Launch the kite into the air and watch it as it begins. These little paper things are neat too because you can watch them float and rise. I just love them. And actually, you know what it is? I think it's just tissue paper, the thinnest stock you can get. And you crumple it up after you write everything you want on it a bunch of times. Like when you were making Indian paper back in the day. Did you guys ever do that at school? Whatever. So then you unravel it and make it into a tube and you light the top of it and it lights itself on fire. And it's not very dangerous at all. I mean, especially if you're safe and whatever. Yes. Anything is possible. Get that it's out of your little vocabulary. Do you think it's possible? Perhaps it's possible. Anything is possible. My God. So launch the kite into the sky and watch it as it catches the breeze. As you hold the string, say, my dreams are mine on this kite. My dreams are attainable and now take flight. My dreams are magic and part of me. As I will, so it shall be. That is super duper cute, you guys. I hope you watch the replays and look at these. I'm going to put them on my IGTV anyway, so they're there forever, and YouTube forever, I guess, because I'll put in the notes, oh, this was magic, but you guys, this is so much work. I need a lot of help because I want to put all the little names of the spells that'll be found in this video, but I just got to use this energy wisely, I guess. Release the end of the string or cut it off if necessary and let the kite fly away. See, I don't like this whole catch and release program that they got going on with the balloons and the kite. I'm not about all that. Taking your dreams up into the air while it's still in sight, turn around and go home and get started on the mundane things you need to do to achieve your goal. So it's almost like let it take flight and don't worry about it again. And you can do the same thing with blowing out a candle and just getting the hell out of that room and out of your altar space, or lighting that little paper on fire and just walking away saying it's going to happen. So it be. It shall be. So it shall be. So next week, August 20th, we're going to do some more spells. A spell to find a love match. So another love one. You might want to see if you have any peridot, a peridot spell to gain professional respect. You want to know what I know about peridot? It was a talisman stone in high priestess and priests in the even Catholic, church wear it in their crowns and everything. Peridot is a very important stone, so you might want to get a piece. Um, I had some. I think this is fake. That's why I don't want to say that it is. But I had some anyhow. Peridot for professional respect. So if you're having some on the job issues, a spell for punctuality. If you're a late ass motherfucker, and I hate that shit. Virgo spell for earth energy. So that's a good one for my Virgos out there. We're going to get into that. That's simple. These things only have one or two needs. And then we get into spell to honor your family ties. We all should be doing that before the holidays. Don't even get me started, because that's when the most of you want readings before you go see your family, friends, and lovers. And you just need to handle that shit. Then on the 25th, a bath spell for transition and change. That would be great. New and full moons. Anytime for you. I mean, if you're feeling some shifts in your life. August 26th, spell to influence others. You know how I feel about that. You can only control yourself. This one might be a little bit, I'll have to critique it. Okay. And then we get into next week. So that'll be fun. I'm excited. Let me put the little, notepad here. Oh no, I don't need that. I'll put an index card here. So that's cute. I'm excited. I'll go and load these soon. So I love you guys. This is going to be on IGTV and YouTube, okay? Behave, because once I do it one place, I can just cut and copy it on another page, and it's going to be here for 24 hours. And I got to start clearing some stuff out of my, whatever the hell it's called, storage on my phone, because between client readings and these, they take up a lot of storage. So I hope my tongue gets less numb. You know how it feels when you get dental work done, how it numbs your tongue? That's how my tongue sort of feels right now. So catch the replay. It's a good one. I love you guys.